Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mod Adventures Run Dig Hide. In case you missed it, I posted a kind of blooper episode the other day because I tried to actually record this episode and it didn't go well. Pretty much when I was doing off-camera stuff, an earthquake started happening and I decided, let's just stop here and start recording from there. But the earthquake turned out not to really do much besides shake the ground, and I think it's still happening over here in this area. And pretty much I just tried to mine diamonds and such, and I just died over and over, which the mining diamonds, again, the obsidian was something I wanted to do off camera anyway before I started this episode. So because I just died a bunch, I decided just to make that kind of like a bonus blooper episode. So if you want to see that, that was posted the other day. But yeah, so pretty much what I did off camera since last episode, or the last actual episode, was I did mine a bunch of ores. There's the diamonds I got during the blooper episode. And I also did gather obsidian since the blooper and this episode. So yeah, I also did add ladders to the outside. So, oh my god, there's a lot of mobs. But there's ladders on the outside. The mobs can't jump up and get them because it's like this. So the mobs can't, you know, climb the ladder, but I can because mobs don't jump. Like if they walked up, they could, but you know, there's no bottom one, so they can't do it just by walking at them. So hopefully that will allow me to get in the base more easily without letting mobs in. So far, I haven't had any mob get in, so I'm assuming that's the case. And as you probably saw, I did make bronze tools from Tinker's Construct because off camera I did get the lava for the smeltery, and the bronze is just, I think it's 1 tin and 3 copper ingots will make 4 bronze ingots worth in the smeltery. I made the pattern chest, the part builder. I made the basic patterns. I made some aluminum brass, which is, I believe, 3 aluminum and 1 copper for 4 aluminum brass. So I made a bunch of the patterns, and I had the stencil table, tool station, and of course, a tinker table here for easy modification. So yeah, I now have some tinker tools, and the main reason I did that off camera, and these are still growing, hopefully I'll have some ender pearls soon, but it just seems they're kind of stuck at that growth stage, just not growing very often. But the main reason I made the tools off camera was because I want to modify the pickaxe with lapis, which gives it fortune, so I could go mine more lapis and have fortune when I mined it, so I could mine more diamonds and such. So pretty much I just wanted a fortune tool, and I didn't want to do a whole bunch of mining off camera and not use the fortune. Yet at the same time, I didn't want to stop mining and wait to apply some fortune this episode and such. So pretty much it was easier to make the tools off camera, and I do have a fair bit of diamonds now. And yeah, I think that was actually about all I did off camera. There are some ores I didn't process, like the lead and silver, just because I have enough for the moment, and if I do need to process them, they're still there. I also have some ores in here I forgot to grab. But yeah, so I have a fair bit of ores, not like a ton to say I'm set, but yeah, I think this is enough. And I also did set this up with a bit more automation. The hopper feeds into this. It will pull out from here and put into there, and then this will have stuff there. And I forgot I had coal in here. So yeah. Okay, so since Mod Adventures usually only lasts 10 episodes or less, this is around like the halfway point for the series, but I want to start doing a lot more with the tech mods and trying to get stuff, so hopefully off camera I can just get a bunch more ores, so next episode we can do even more tech sort of stuff, and just, you know, kind of a progression. So hopefully by the final episode of this, we will have a decent bit of like Ender IO or such covered. So pretty much I have enough supplies to barely do what I want to do this episode, which is set up a solar generator and a quarry. And there's a lot of other things, smaller things I'd also like to do. But one of them is make the alloy thing we need. This is how you make it in the alloy smelter here. And it's redstone and, or iron and redstone, did that backwards. And it'll make conductive iron, which we need to make the cables. So if I search cable, I believe. Oh my god, there's a lot of cables. Okay, so apparently the term I was looking for was actually conduit. So yeah, the basic energy conduit's what I want to get for now, because I'm not sure how much power we need, but that's a conductive iron and a conduit binder, and this is binder composite, which is pretty much kind of like the whole smeltery thing. So hopefully I have the stuff. I actually forgot to check if I had this. I think I have some clay left over. If not, I can make some. I'm not seeing it, so hopefully I have enough essence saved up. I haven't really been farming much more magical crops, but I still might try and go for that super duper sword thing. So actually I can just do it from here. So I think I have just enough to make some more clay. Okay, so that should be enough. So if we head back down here, And the reason I didn't use that one, I think that the chests you can't NEI craft on them. I might be wrong. I remember there were some things like that with these tables that didn't fully have the NEI support for some of the stuff, and I'm trying to find the cable and just completely missing it. Okay, so if I go like this, I should be able to make a good bit of that, and I think half a stack's good enough for now. I can always make more off camera if I need it. And let's just throw it in here because this melts faster and this is already tied up making the alloys which are being put in this chest here. So we can make a bit of those cables now. That means we can move power between our power generation and other machines, so we could also spread the setup now and not have them directly next to each other. Okay, so I think this just finished. Yeah, we have the conductive iron here, and the next thing I want to start is working on upgrading the backpack a bit, or the satchel, because I was looking over the recipes and we could actually make it through this. I believe that was the recipe. I might be wrong. I don't know. I forget exactly, but I needed hardened glass, I believe it was. Or, oh, I forgot we could use fused quartz glass instead, which is the Ender IO one. Let's see if it cycles back. That's actually just quartz, but I don't have quartz yet. But using obsidian and tin, or lead, sorry, not tin, I was able to make that, and I should still have Invar left over. Yep. So if I turn this into nuggets now, I should be able to make it. Although, just to be safe, it usually shouldn't cause any problems upgrading with stuff inside, but I'm not sure how recent of a version this is using. Oop, that's the wrong thing. I'm not sure how recent of a version this is using, so I just don't want to risk any accidents there. So now we have a bit more space, so I can actually throw like all this stuff in here now, although I didn't want all of it in there. But yeah, so now I have a bit more space because it's starting to get full of all the stuff I wanted to carry around on me, and that also doesn't need to be in there. So we head back here though. We have the whole bunch of binder composite, a lot more than I actually thought. So now if I go like this and like this, we can make our energy cables. So now we have energy cables. And yeah, and another thing I wanted to do is, I noticed I had a spare amount of Essence of Nature. I was looking over what I could use it for, and one thing it can make is Mossstone. And the cool thing about Mossstone, because we have a bunch of cobbles, so who really cares how much we use, but if I go like this, I can make moss and upgrade my Tinker's tools with moss. I actually think I'm just going to upgrade even more, because like I said, there's not much else I can really use this essence for. If I actually look over the recipe real quick, it can be used to upgrade the ore, but we already have that. Magic fertilizer. A poison gem, but I don't think we're going to use that. Oh my god, a blood moon. Mossstone, vines, moss brick, lily pads, mycelium, other mycelium recipe, and cactus. Actually, cactus might be good for certain things, but still, we have enough spare that, you know, it's not like we use that much of our mossstone even. So hopefully this will allow us to upgrade, or it should allow us to upgrade our tools a bit more, because I haven't used many modifiers besides haste, but auto repair would be nice. Okay, so I got all my tinker tools here. The axe was in the chest upstairs. So now if I go like this only has one modifier because I gave it a lot more redstone, but it still has the redstone lapis, and I can still max out its fortune without using another modifier. So I put this here, and I have moss and slowly auto repair in sunlight. So if I do the same with the axe here, it actually has two modifiers. But since I don't use these much, I think I'm just going to give it moss for the moment. And if I want to give it moss too, I can later. The sword I'm going to just skip for now, because it's not really a big deal because we do have other swords, and this isn't that strong of a sword. If we do get quartz and upgraded a bunch, well, one will probably make that irrelevant, which is kind of sad. But then maybe I'll consider it. But unfortunately, it's night now, and it's a blood moon at the. Oh my god. So yeah, that could be a bit of a problem, because I did want to do some other stuff. Now I don't want to head outside, and this chest is just way too full. I have a bunch of spawners, actually, from the stuff that was down in the mine shaft and caves and tunnel areas. So, I actually think I'm going to take a second to make a new chest so I could store this stuff better. So, one moment. Okay, so I made a new chest up here for more of the food stuff, because mainly the water bottles were taking up a lot of space, and I got some stuff on me because we need to head to the Nether, and I think down here is probably a good place for the portal. I would do it outside, but there's two reasons. One, it's a blood moon, so I can't really go out. Two, there's a possibility a mob could wander into the portal, then when I go into the Nether, there'll be a ton of mobs waiting to kill me, like kind of what happened in Breakdown that one time, although that wasn't this exact same, because it was more of a hostile pigman waiting for me than just a zombie. But there was a zombie there, I think. And, yeah, so I'm not sure where exactly I want to put it down here. I think I might actually want to do it, like, over here, so it's not, like, right down here. So if I come to mine, there won't be pigmen. Here's probably a good location. So, let me just set this up, and hopefully the Nether's not too bad. I have no idea what the Nether's like in this mod pack, I have no idea even if there's any nether mobs, or not mobs, but mods that would make it more dangerous. I don't know if this has apocalypse or any of those. Oh god. Well, let me just fix this and then we can head to the nether. Okay, so I fixed the portal there and I have a flint and steel ready to be made. So if I make this and right click, it should... Oh god! Oh god! What's going on? Well then. I have no idea what just happened. Let's see what happened, cause, is it possible to head to the net? It might not. No, it has to be, because how else am I going to get quartz? I have no idea what happened to fire, though, because it didn't light a portal. It could actually be a problem with Enviromine, now that I think about it, because it seemed what happened was it made a gas, and the gas might have blocked the portal. Yeah, see that? I'm not sure if I can get to show on any eye, but that's some form of smoke, so... maybe you can't even build a portal underground. I actually had no idea about that. Well, that sucks. Why do I keep hearing fire, though? So, let's try that again. Let's actually just light a fire here and see what happens. I can't click the obsidian. Well, that sucks. Okay, so the good news is I have more obsidian, but there is something else I want to make with obsidian, so I might as well start now. And I think I actually have enough just to do 17 and still make another portal. So let's try that, and let's see. It's actually, well, it's gonna start now, but this should make... Am I doing it wrong? Could have sworn that was... Oh yeah, there it goes. This should slowly make us some dark steel, which, well, this is what this helmet's made out of here. If you look, that's the recipe. So, what dark steel does, it's a cool armor set. It's not super powerful, but if you shift here, you can see it gets upgrades. I can make different things to upgrade it, and I can make it mostly take power damage instead of durability if I get the empowered upgrades. If you see here, that's like the full thing there. I can get solar upgrades on the helmet, night vision, sound locator, and 95% of the damage, meaning durability, not like damage I'd take, is absorbed by the power. So it's a pretty good armor set. And it just has a lot of really cool upgrades, and the body gets a glider, the boots actually can get up to triple jump, but the main thing you need for them is levels. So I'm not sure how easy it's going to be for me to get levels. Isn't there an experience crop as well? Hold on, let me check. Okay, so there is an experience crop, but it's very hard to get because, yeah, it's pretty high tier, and it needs these full experience books, which I don't even know how to get. I guess they're a thing in magical crops. You can make books and get experience. I had no idea about that stuff, so, yeah. Oh, God! I thought the roof might have had spiders, but not zombies riding spiders. So let me actually get my armor on, and I'll probably need the respirator in the nether, too. I know the nether's probably going to have a lot of stuff. Oh, God. So, yeah, I know the nether's probably going to have a lot of stuff, though, like, heat problems, temperature, thirst a lot, but hopefully it's still bearable. And well, I guess I'd want to do it more like no, I probably don't want to do it directly at the edge. That's a horrible idea, because then I'll probably fall off the other side. I guess maybe more like here would work. So if I make another portal, oh boy, hopefully none of the mobs shoot me before I get that, and might as well just do it like that so it doesn't look stupid with just one side. And okay, that time it worked. I guess it just doesn't work in the caves because fire and smoke, but we have another portal. I'll clean up the obsidian down there because, well, I don't want to just waste obsidian. So hopefully this portal doesn't cause a whole bunch of death and such. I probably shouldn't have all my iron on me. Let me actually just put back some of the stuff I don't need, and then we can head to... Okay, there's a lot of mobs fighting. I was like, what's all that fire sound? Is my base on fire from the portal somehow? But yeah, a lot of arrows being shot. I guess when they try to shoot me, they shot each other, so... Okay, so I put away the iron and I have my respirator on because I figure the air quality is going to be horrible in the nether, but the main thing I actually need is just a bit of quartz so I can make the solar generator. I don't think we need anything else, and... Okay, so I think, oh my god, I spawned right... I don't think this has ever happened, but pretty much what happened, I stopped talking because I realized, usually when it's down dimensions and such, the server or the game tends to lag, and like, you'll see the face cam go all slow motion. So I stopped talking, and oh, Blazeman, right over there. But, yeah, so when I stopped talking, a few seconds afterwards, the game decided to crash on loading the Nether. It was something to do with ruins, I'm not sure what exactly, but, that should make it safe. But, yeah, so I just loaded back to the game, and it appears we spawned in a fortress. That could explain the possible crash, even. Or at least, it seems more likely that that might have had something to do with it. So, yeah, I just needed quartz. And this is actually a very convenient spawn, because now I don't have to search for a fortress. I'm just already here. Unfortunately, I don't have much, ooh. I don't know if this... Nether ores is obviously in this. I'm just not sure what its setting is to, because if I mine this, the pigment could go hostile and it could explode. So, yeah, it's definitely modified because it's modified, it drops as an ore. Like if you silk touched it instead, so it actually smelts down like the other ones. But using the sag mill, ooh, we even have a service scorch chance. We can get more. So that's kind of good. The sag mill is actually the best for it. But yeah, I'm just glad there's no pigment around. And is that Ardite? Huh. So we did want higher tier Tinker's stuff. We could get that, but I need a Lumite or Steel. But I guess I could have actually did a Lumite now that I think about it, instead of the tools I did. But oh well, I don't think this has a guano tweak, so I can't swap out the parts. And either it doesn't have explosions, or we just got really lucky there. So, well, we got the main thing we came for. I know mining those would set the pigment hostile if that setting's on. And let me just see if I can reload the chunks a bit. Okay, so let's see. I know there's the experience, or not the experience, the Menachino crops and a lot of other ores. So maybe I'll try mining in the Nether if I need ores. I'm not sure what I want to do. But we got what we need for the moment. And I don't want to push my luck. It would be really nice to get some potions, though. And the chest here could have good stuff. I'm just afraid of, yeah, I didn't bring much cobblestone, and I need to do that so wither skeletons can't walk around. But actually, the map doesn't show anything. Maybe there isn't anything here besides those few blazes yet. So, okay, Diamond's not going to complain, and we can smelt down, that sword in the smeltery. And do I have my axe here? I'll just put the axe here, because I want to break these chests quickly, because... Well, why waste wood if I can just do this? So, yeah, I think I'm just going to explore this a bit more. I had to restart the recording, though, because it crashed. So I'm not sure how long this episode's getting. So, that's a bit of a downside. But, yeah, the Nether's actually doesn't seem too bad. The air quality probably is bad due to all the lava, though, so good thing I had the respirator. And, I guess this is actually repairing the Nether. Not sure if this counts as permanent sunlight or what, but, I almost walked down there by mistake. Whoops. I just am hesitant to mine the Nether ores because I know what settings they can have. But lapis is something I still need. Smelting this gets me 2 lapis ores. And the alloy smelter, I think you also can, no, you can sag mill it. But then if I, use the lapis ore, I could sag mill it down to a bunch, or try and mine it and hope fortune gives me more. I'm not sure which one I'd rather prefer, but lapis is still a good thing to have. And I'm keeping an eye on the map to see if anything else spawns. I really do need a blaze rod, though. Okay, so apparently don't use the Nether because every time I load new chunks, it seems to crash. So I think I'm just gonna avoid using the Nether. I got lucky enough to spawn. What did the zombies break? Can they break ladders? Oh boy, a lot of stuff out there. Anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, I crashed again, but I got the quartz, and that's actually what I came for. So yeah, I need the sag mill for that, so I can actually do this. So I can get some quartz out of this at least, and oh, I don't want to put that in there actually, because then it will smelt down the ores in that instead of sag milling them, which is what I need, I think. So Yeah, so at least I got some quartz out of this, and I'll go back and do more nether stuff off camera, because if it does keep crashing, I don't want to do it on camera, because that will really get annoying. So, we got a bunch of quartz, though, or not a bunch, but enough, and, we did get some diamonds and some other nice stuff out of that. But now what I want to make is a few things. First will be the solar generator, which I think I have everything I need. I just need to grab the redstone and a furnace, which I should have. I'm not sure if I have a furnace spare or not. I can easily make one, though. Okay, so now I can make the solar generator, and unfortunately it seems the mobs didn't want to despawn while I was gone, and that's just a stronger version of it. But, yeah, I decided I actually want... Oh, I need a diamond block. That's why I didn't auto-craft. But I said I didn't want to make the solar panels because they were just a lot more work, and I want to do, I guess you could say, the easier version in this pack, and I wanted to try stuff I didn't want to do or was unlikely to do in Untamed. But if I put this down, it will start charging. It's getting a pretty good... I think the power level is... Oh my god. Huh. But I think the power level is its RF per tick, so it is getting pretty good power. It usually increases. Oh, it must be because the sun's setting. Unfortunately, I can't sleep, so I can't keep it day for this, which is bad. But if I do break it, it should keep its RF, so I can move it about. And it needs a redstone signal to transfer the power, unfortunately, so it can't charge and transmit at the same time. But, well, it's still a pretty nice generator, and I need to get a bunch of stuff, actually. Oh, and I did grab the some nether wart and soul stand on the way out. I'll have to go back, like I said, and try and get more ores, blaze rods, and stuff. But I just don't want to keep crashing on camera when trying to record, because that's annoying. And just to note, there isn't an update for the pack at the moment, but who knows? Maybe they'll have a fix out for some of this stuff in a bit. But the other thing I want to make is a quarry. Glad I spelled that right. So a quarry just needs a lot of gears and some diamonds, and yeah, so I can make a diamond pickaxe. Only need... I wonder if I could have used that one, actually. Let's try in the recipe. But I need a bunch of gears. So pretty much the gears are progression. So effectively I need 4 gold and 7 iron. And... oh, the iron gear from thermal counts, and that doesn't require the lower tiers. But the lower tier gears for... I want the Buildcraft one. Just need stone and... Huh, I could use those stone. Yeah, that's actually about the same, I think, as the Buildcraft ones. It's annoying because the changing recipes mean, like, as soon as I go to click, it changes. So, the Buildcraft stone gear is wood gear and stone, so it's really the same either way. So, I clicked the wrong one. There we go. So, if I make a bunch of these, I think I actually need more. Darn. I think I actually only need a couple more, but I wanted more sticks, or one more actually. Okay, so now if I do that, I need to make a bunch of iron gears. I want to go for the Buildcraft one here, just because it saves 1 more iron each. And while I do have a lot of iron, I don't think I have enough to, to be wasteful. We got all the gold gears we need, and I think I have just enough diamonds. Yeah, okay, I think that's everything we need, and thanks to the nether, I have a few spare diamonds too. And, oh, it doesn't want to autocomplete probably because of the pickaxe thing. So let's see if it will take this. I don't think it will. But now we should have a quarry. Yeah, it doesn't take that one. It requires full. So we have a quarry. And the quarry will mine ores for us at the cost of power. And oh my god, a lot of mobs. So the problem is I'm not sure where I want to build this. And oh, that reminds me, I need another thing as well. Oh, I have more sticks here. But I need to make landmarks for the quarry, which I believe are redstone torches and lapis on top. And I think these might be consumed. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I have that stuff now. Let's just throw this stuff back in here. Let's try and find it all. And I should have a bunch of quartz here now. Yeah, that's actually a lot of quartz. So, like I said, I will have to head back to Nether off camera. I'll try mining more quartz, more ores there. I would set the quarry there, or consider it, but well, one, the Nether doesn't really get solar power well, so there's that. And, oh, I also need a lever, so I can toggle the power transmit. And the quarry probably won't save me that much time, really, because of my power situation at the moment. But it should still be better than what I have now, so, you know, it should be an upgrade at least. And let's just throw this stuff back, and I'll get stuff ready to set the quarry. Okay, so I decided just to test out the quarry. I tried down here in the mines. I just made a little hole off to the side at gold level 32Y. If I set up here, it should have a base area. I probably can't see it because of the stone, but it should start with a base area around I think like 10 by 10 if you don't use the markers. And just to make sure this works, I want to let's see. Will this connect them? Okay, so if I right-click this, oh. That's already working, isn't it? Well, something's digging. Insert. Extract. It still has power. I have no idea what that dig sound was. Oh, active with signal. Always active. So is that working now? Okay, it's using power. Appears to be digging. Oh, it's building the quarry. That's what it's doing. Yeah, so hopefully this doesn't lag too bad. And, yeah, I think this is going to eat through my power kind of fast. But, yeah, it's shooting out the beams, which I think is building the base around the quarry. I wish I could see it. Let's see if I can actually... Oh, there we go. So yeah, you can see the little quarry line here, which is part of the region it's loaded. So it's going to dig out a giant area, but it's going to consume power. And I think I'm going to grab my other generator. Or can I actually make another one, actually? Let's find out. Oh, the other thing I didn't get in the nether was glowstone. Oops. Oh well, actually this ran out of power. Whoops. Let's see. I should have a bunch of coal, so let's just throw some more in here. And let's try and make another generator. So, okay, so it should be pretty easy to make another one of these generators. I just need some more of the stone gears. And do I have any of the other stuff spare? I do not think so. A piston, stone brick. I probably do have a bit of that. Stone gears. I'll probably just make it all new if I can. The piston does need redstone iron. Okay, so let's actually try making a couple of these. A couple pistons are always good to have in my experience. Okay, so if I can make a couple more of these furnaces, that should be helpful. Need sticks. Or, not these furnaces, these Stirling generator. Misclicking all the things. So, yeah, I'm just losing track of what I've been saying. But a couple more of these should be helpful. And, yeah, I'm just going to make them. Okay, so the solar generator here already ran out of power. And it shouldn't be able to charge, yeah, because there's no sun down here. So I'm just going to break this and take it back up top. And these generators should work, though, because I can give them this. And they'll generate power for the quarry, which... I didn't mean to place that. Should now be getting more power to go back to building. So at the moment the quarry might not work that well because of my poor power source with just these generators, but it should still work decently. Or it should at least still start and mine, hopefully. So I'll have to work more on that off camera. I want to set it up in the surface somewhere I can easily access it so I can have the solar generator and just toggle it. But I do actually want a second one if I could. That way, like, when one's off, the other is on sort of thing. So one's always charging, one's always transmitting. But unfortunately, I don't think this pack has, like, Red Logic or, Project Red. So I don't know how to do a timer. I could do, one using repeaters in Redstone probably. But it probably wouldn't be the best timer. Like, it's not as easy to set that to a long duration of like 3 minutes that I know of. So I need a lot of repeaters set to slow. And I could make a clock like that to do like a T flip-flop to toggle the solar generators. But let's just see how this goes first. This should burn through it. And I really wish I did have, if I look up capacitor, if I put one of these in the machines, it will make them run better. All the Ender IO machines. The problem is, not only does it need basic capacitors, it needs energetic alloy, which needs gold, redstone, and the main one glowstone does. So I'll have to grab that off camera when I go back to the nether. And, oh, yeah, we actually can start seeing some stuff now, I think. So, yeah, so it's building this area. and I think it needs to hollow out this entire area. I probably should be able to help it along, or at least save it some power by doing some myself. The one problem with this is mob spawning. This will just be a giant dark hole. So, yeah, oh god. Oh god, water, water, water. I always forget to look at those meters. But once this is done, it should start building the framework and then actually start digging. So I think I'm just going to help it mine along a bit, and then hopefully we can see it start building more before we end the episode. So yeah. Okay, so it's just got finished, and oh, it's starting to build. So now you see it doing that. I probably should get out of here. I put some lights in the wall just to... Okay, it's starting. But I put some lights in the wall just so it would keep the area lit and hopefully have less mobs spawn, because if I walk out of the area, mobs can spawn in the dark spots. But now you can see it mining and putting the ores there. I'm not sure how well a double chest works, because I think it still only puts into the chest above it. So, yeah. And this is still doing pretty good for fuel, considering I put in 32 and it only has used 8. I think that's correct in each. So I only used 16 so far. I guess it's not an impressive haul at the moment, but I did get some more coal from mining that. And it's just going to make a giant hole now down to bedrock, as you can see, kind of the area it's mining. So, yeah. I just realized a couple things. One, it's going so slow because it doesn't have a very good source of power at the moment, only these 2 generators. If I was pumping out more RF than 40 per tick, it probably would be going a lot faster. So I probably should get this set up because I know this. I'm not sure how fast its transmit rate is, but I know it's a faster source of power anyway. So let's also check in here. Still no progress on them. So, yeah. But I will look into that off camera and just try and get that working better. If I do find like a really good power system, I might just go for off camera. So this should now be charging. So, oh, it's now 40. So it's actually charging pretty quickly. It's producing as much as both generators, so now just a little less. Probably because it just went past noon. Darn. But yeah, I will look into doing more with the power systems and... Ooh, almost walked off. And with the quarry, I will also head back to the Nether and try and get glowstone and that stuff. And we should also have dark steel, but I think I'm gonna save making the dark steel armor for next episode. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. We did make a good bit of progress with the mods, or at least start a quarry. And yeah, hopefully the quarry turns out well and doesn't just become a huge waste of coal and actually find some diamonds and stuff. Although it might actually be mining directly over the strip mine, so that might be a bit funny. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end this episode here, so hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye.